Hello, Chicago. Let's start with tonight's Chicago local news. On March 24th, Chicago officials, including Mayor Brandon Johnson and Representative Jonathan Jackson, convened at an Axios event to discuss local solutions to the affordable housing crisis. Mayor Johnson announced a historic $1.25 billion investment in economic and workforce development, emphasizing the critical impact of affordable housing on reducing racial wealth gaps and promoting family wealth through home equity. On March 25th, authorities announced the arrest of Juan Carlos Rodriguez in Chicago, Illinois. Rodriguez is the second suspect in the 2024 murder of an 18-year-old from Brookshire, Texas, and was taken into custody following a coordinated effort between Brookshire police and Chicago law enforcement. On March 25th, a national ranking identified Naperville, Evanston, and Oak Park as three of the best places to live in the United States. The evaluation considered factors such as quality of life, education, and economic opportunities, highlighting the appeal of these Chicago suburbs. Let's shift to national news now. Trump advisor claims responsibility for Signal Group chat blunder. On March 25th, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz claimed full responsibility for inadvertently adding journalist Jeffrey Goldberg to a Signal Group chat intended for confidential military discussions. The blunder has led to calls for the resignation of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and raised concerns about the use of unapproved apps for sensitive communications. Global trade war escalates with new tariffs. On March 24th, the global trade war intensified as President Trump implemented new tariffs, prompting retaliatory measures from Europe, China, and Canada. Economists fear lasting economic and diplomatic damage, with risks of slower growth, higher inflation, and collapsing global cooperation reminiscent of the protectionism of the 1930s. Today, President Donald Trump signed a comprehensive executive order instituting significant changes to U.S. election procedures. The order mandates documentary proof of citizenship for voter registration in federal elections and requires all ballots to be received by Election Day. States that fail to comply with these new regulations risk losing federal funding. International news. Ukraine and Russia consented to a limited ceasefire in the Black Sea, allowing the resumption of grain exports from both nations. The U.S. played a mediating role in this agreement, which aims to reopen crucial sea routes for global grain supplies. This truce is viewed as a potential step toward a broader ceasefire, although Russia has demanded assurances from the U.S. regarding Ukraine's adherence to the deal. Russia stipulated that Western sanctions on companies involved in exporting food and fertilizers, as well as on shipping, must be lifted for the Black Sea Maritime Security Deal to be viable. This agreement was reached during talks in Riyadh, where the U.S. agreed to assist in restoring Russia's market access for agricultural and fertilizer exports. These are news briefing today. Please like our video, and we'll see you tomorrow with updated news.